Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Blue Lotus Tarot here, and in today's video we are doing a spooky pick a card. So this is just gonna be, I thought it'd be fun to do pick a card for like what blessings or manifestations may be coming your way, or the blessings or manifestations you might be able to expect around Halloween or shortly after Halloween, or even whenever you're seeing this video. So this is going to be a Halloween pick a card for, you know, October 31st. But again, you could be seeing this after Halloween and seeing, you know, if that blessing or manifestation actually came through. Anywho, I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. For today's reading, I do have the 3 piles here. So with pile 1, we have, you can pause the video here if you want, so that way you can, you know, see which card you think is, you know, resonating with you. Or I also have these beautiful crystals here, so that way you can take a second to see if a specific card, a specific pile number, or a crystal that is calling out to you. So feel free to pause the video here. But real quick, I do just want to say this crystal is orange citrine or citrine. I'm not exactly sure how specific to say it or how specifically it is said, but we have some orange citrine here as pile 1. For pile 2, we have this Smoky quartz crystal, or it's like in, you know, in the shape of a point or an arrow for pile 2. And then for pile 3, we have this beautiful aquamarine crystal as well. Alright guys, so like I said, feel free to pause the video, meditate if you need to, ask your guides, or once your intuition lets you know which pile to pick, I will go ahead and see you there. Bye! Hi pile 1s! Thank you so much again for joining me here in today's video. Now let's jump right into your reading and see what blessing or manifestation is coming your way. So this is for the Citrine crystal or group, so I'm just going to lay your crystal here. And we have, wow, we have forgiveness, reducing burden. Okay, yeah, so I feel like if you picked pile 1, I feel like there is some sort of situation going on where you might be needing to forgive another person, or you might have been in the wrong and somebody else is needing to forgive you. But despite this forgiveness, what I'm really picking up on is the reducing burden part. So I really feel like pile 1, I feel like your blessing or manifestation coming in is straight up reducing your burdens, reducing any obstacles, reducing anything that just no longer serves you or serves where you're trying to go, or where you're trying to align yourself for your future. So I do just want to say quickly, this has been a little bit of a theme in my readings for October. I do remember posting a few videos using this where the forgiveness card popped up. And in those videos, I did briefly mention where, you know, sometimes there are situations where you're never really going to get an apology, or like something, like especially if somebody has done you wrong, you may not even get like an apology from this person if you feel like somebody has done you wrong. And, you know, it's just kind of having to understand that, like, you may not get that apology, but you still have to forgive yourself and this person or the other party that hurt you. Just because you have to forgive yourself for not knowing the information you knew now or know now, but you didn't know it back then. So it's like you might be sitting there beating yourself up because it's like, oh, if I would have known this information, you know, when I needed to, then you would have acted differently. But you didn't know that then, so it's like you can't hold yourself or, like, you know, beat yourself up about it. But at the same time, it's like you also have to forgive this other person or the other people, because holding on to that resentment is only going to hurt you moving forward. You know, like, it's just going to be like you may be repeating what happened in your mind and thinking about it, but it's like all that's doing is holding you back from actually, like, taking the lesson that was with the situation and putting it past you, so that way you can keep moving forward, you know. So I do just want to say that might be something that, you know, if you haven't heard that already, that might be something that might help you, you know, to forgive this person, or to forgive yourself, or both, or to really just help yourself move forward. So now I do want to pick an ancestor oracle to see what type of ancestor wisdom is surrounding you or might be able to help you. Ooh, so we have the moon, and it says take note of intuitive messages. So yeah, I really feel like, you know, especially how it looks like there's the full moon here, and when I'm recording this, it's the full moon in Aries, which is on October 20th, is coming up next week. So there might be something significant happening for you around that time. There may be, you know, like maybe you follow the cycles of the moon, or like you do moon rituals, maybe you like to journal, maybe you do moon water, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of what you do is based around the cycles of the moon, or more of like how you operate, or, you know, knowing when to do things or certain things and when not to do certain things. I feel like you're very in tune with the moon or the cycles of the moon, astrology. So you may already be into those types of things, or if not, then that could be something you could look into as well. But I also, just because with the intuitive messages, I do feel like for some of you guys, your intuition may be heightened more around, you know, the new moon or the full moon, or there might be a lot more of like urges or, you know, downloads, messages, things like that, that you get around that time. So let's see. So like I said, there might be also something going on with your intuition. Like some of you guys, maybe your intuition is like trying to tell you to be aware of something, or it's like maybe, you know, your intuition has been trying to get you to come to some sort of forgiveness, or has been trying to get you to realize something. So we're going to get some tarot to see what specifically that might involve. But what I'm also looking at too is the white rose that's in the palm of this person's hand on this forgiveness card, because what it's making me think of is like white. White is very pure, it's very divine, or it's associated with the divine. So it's like, even if like you don't get an apology from this person, like how I said, I still feel like it's like, regardless, you're not going to get that apology, but it's still like, send them, you know, send them that love and light, or send them positive energy. Like, just don't, you know, because whatever you think can also manifest into your reality. So it's like, just don't, you know, don't wish ill on that person or the group of people that did you wrong, just because, again, it's going to bring karma back on you. Or it's like, the more you stay in a positive and pure light, then the more you're able to heal, or the more opportunities will come your way and things like that. So that's also just something to keep in mind. But let's see what this blessing or burden may involve as well. Ooh, yeah, so we have the Strength card here. So you may be a Leo, or you may have Leo in your chart, or somebody else in or around your energy field may have Leo in their chart, or they could be a Leo. But Strength, I feel like the blessing or manifestation coming to you for Halloween is your ancestors, spirit guides are giving you the strength to keep pushing forward. And even this could be giving you the strength to forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, whether this is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, or both. You know what I mean? It's like, so much burden has happened, you know, you've acknowledged that, but now it's like, now what? You know what I mean? It's like, you might be just kind of trying to figure out what to even do. But I feel like the first step is definitely healing and forgiving yourself as well as the other person or people. And I feel like maybe it's really hard, like, especially if somebody has, you know, betrayed your trust, betrayed you in a different way as far as lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like there was some sort of deceit that was, you know, put on you, or that you were a part of, but it's like there was nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? Or it's like, it was out of your hands is how I feel. So it's like, it was out of your control. There was nothing you could do. And regardless, you're just still like stuck with this burden. But I feel like there was still a strong lesson to learn from that. And especially because we do have this strength card as a major arcana. And usually with major arcanas, that is associated with major life lessons. So I do feel like there was a life lesson that, you know, you learned through whatever trial or tribulation this was. But it's like, now you have learned the lesson. You have, you know, as painful as it might have been, I know, you know, that may not be as comforting to hear, but regardless, you still got through it and you still learned the lesson that you needed to learn, or that's what you're currently doing when seeing this. So it's like Spirit is going to be gifting you the strength to actually get through this, to actually, you know, heal from this and be able to put this behind you and move forward with your life. Because again, if you're just still sitting here like thinking about it or worrying about it, or, you know, wondering, like, it's in the past, you know, there's nothing you can do about it because it's gone. You know, you can't go back to do things or right wrongs, but all you can do is deal with the now, or the here and now, and then also deal with what are you going to do now, so that way in the future, you know, this situation doesn't happen again. So I do feel like this, you know, this was something that it could have blindsided you and you had no idea about, but it was so painful, but it's not going to be painful for much longer, is what I want to say, or is what I want you to know. Oh my gosh, you guys, wow. I wasn't oh my gosh. Wow. All I'm going to say is at the bottom of the deck is the sun. And I literally, so I wasn't going to look at the bottom of the deck, but I just felt drawn to, because I was I have a few decks around me and I was looking to be like, okay, what, you know, how am I going to clarify this, or what am I going to do next? But I picked up the bottom of the deck and it's the sun. So exactly what you're not aware of is the sun. Happiness, confidence, feeling confident in yourself, or like your self-esteem, illumination, like self-realizations or self-awareness. This could also be a spiritual awakening. Like, what you're not aware of is now all of this hurt and everything, like I said, it's in the past. And now what you don't see is that blessings, opportunity, happiness, all of this is going to be coming towards you now, because you've learned the lesson that you needed to. And the more you stay in, like I said, this pure light, or this optimistic light, and sending, you know, yourself as well as the other people love and light, support, you know, it's like, it's just kind of like, okay, you know how sometimes people get upset because it's like people sometimes get upset, or they can't be happy for others when they see them succeed, because it's like they're not succeeding either. But I feel like it's just slightly different, where it's like you're going to be the one sending, you know, these people love and support, or, you know, wishing well on these people, even though they may be in a bad spot, or, you know, even though they did you wrong, because regardless, you're still putting that positive energy out there and sending it to them. And the universe is going to, you know, reward you for staying in that positive light and taking the higher route, instead of, you know, stooping down to these people level that felt like they could hurt you. So I do just want to see a message of advice. So yeah, that was what I'm picking up for you, pile one. I feel like you are going to be gaining the strength. Even if somebody else hasn't done you wrong, maybe, you know, some of you are just going through a lot of challenging situations or challenging things, and it's like now you're just kind of like, okay, maybe you're burnt out, you know, maybe you don't feel like you could keep going. Maybe it's like maybe if you feel like one more thing is thrown your way, you're just gonna collapse. But it's like, no, you've still pushed forward, or you've still kept going despite how you feel. So it's like now you're gonna continue to get that strength to really keep going forward, and to get through this, or to get over this. So oh my gosh, wow, how beautiful, guys. So the advice is the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely what I do want to say with this as well is, this is number 10. So in numerology, 10 signifies a completion. So like I said, I do feel like because you're having to forgive something or someone, I feel like you're just having, it's like that last step is just to really forgive and let go, or forgive and release, so that way you can truly move forward. And once you're able to do that, things are going to really start turning in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune in general, this is, fate, destiny, divine timing. So like I said, I feel like this situation, like it was fated, or it was meant to happen. Like there was nothing that you were going to be able to do, because it was a life lesson. So if it wouldn't have been, whatever you went through, it would have been a different situation, but still the same lesson, if that makes sense. But also with fate, destiny, divine timing, like with the sun, things, the universe is going to reward you, and it may not be in, the time or exact, time, I guess, that you think you're going to get it, but you'll receive when the universe is feeling like you're ready to receive, or when the time is right. So also surrender the outcome. Don't, keep trying to look for this opportunity. Well, I mean, obviously always look for opportunities to, take action on things, but, don't just be out here like going outside like, oh, is that my opportunity? Like it's going to be something like with your intuition or your intuitive message, like something's going to kind of come across will come across you, and then it's going to be like, oh yeah, that's an opportunity. Like this is, the universe sending me this. I need to take action on it, So also with this though, because of like how I said, if you stay in a positive light or a positive energy and stay optimistic about your life or about, the situation, this is also good karma. So since the Wheel of Fortune is upright, this is also good karma for all the good deeds you've done in the past. So now it's like you're going to receive those rewards for those good deeds. And even maybe if you feel like you haven't done, those good deeds, then maybe this is just confirmation that if you stay in that pure energy of sending, love and light, then that's how you're also going to reap good karma, or that's how you're going to reap good rewards. So that is your advice, I feel, pile 1. As well as your blessing and manifestations that is going to be coming to you around Halloween, or if not shortly after Halloween, but definitely by the end of 2021. So thank you so much for joining me here in today's reading, pile 1. I hope this did provide some sort of insight or clarity. I hope it did resonate with your situation, or it was your story. So please let me know in the comments what did resonate for you. I hope you have a rest. I hope you have a rest. Oh my goodness. I hope you have a great rest of the month of October and an amazing Halloween. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Take care. Hi pile 2s, welcome to the video and welcome to your pile. Thank you so much for joining me here in today's video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're seeing this. Let's go ahead and jump right in and see what your blessing or manifestation is for Halloween. Ooh, okay, and we have the owl, and it says wise seeing, wise action. Okay, pile 2. So what I'm picking up right now for, your blessing or manifestation is I really feel like because of the owl and how there's this, just these eyes like staring at you. The last time I did a reading and I had this card come out, I heard eyes on the prize. So, maybe what I do feel like, maybe, some of you guys might have your eye on something like a person or something you're trying to achieve. But what I'm also picking up with this card is I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of wisdom, clarity, insight, understanding. This could be a realization, an epiphany. You might be going through a spiritual awakening, but I feel like part of your blessing or manifestation is going to involve receiving, that clarity or that insight, that wisdom. Like, I feel like pile 2, you guys are seeking something or trying to understand something. And I feel like, especially like you might be trying to plan ahead or like get an idea of like, okay, if I take this action, then this is going to be the end result. Or if I do this, then this is what's going to happen. So I feel like you're trying to plan out like what specific actions, like what those consequences would be if you were to take different types of action. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you're trying to plan out like, okay, well, if I do this, then this is what's gonna happen. But I feel like, you know, because obviously you don't really have that information or that knowing of how it could play out, you know what I mean? I feel like you're just kind of still trying to get like advice or guidance on what the right course of action would be for you. So let's see what ancestor wisdom or information you might have to know. Ooh, Autumn, release the old and rest. Okay, so I do want to say we are getting a couple different birds in this reading or for this pile. So, you know, maybe you have spirit animals or totem animals relating to either owls, crows, ravens, different birds like that, cardinal, blue jay. But I'm also feeling like maybe, you know, you have a spirit guide or spirit guides that show up in the form of a bird or different types of bird or a specific bird. And, you know, like whenever you see that bird, that's how you know that, you know, they're with you or that, you know, that they're watching over you. So let me know in the comments if that resonates for you. But Autumn, release the old and rest. I do feel like, so yeah, I feel like definitely this has to do with something right now. Like watching this video or like when you're seeing this video, if you pick this pile, I feel like there's something you're currently trying to release or surrender. And it's like, I feel like you're trying to put it in the past because especially we just recently had the 1010 portal, which dealt with a lot of, you know, releasing what no longer serves you, but also focusing on your dreams and knowing that you can make something happen or make, you know, your dreams become a reality. So I feel like with autumn, since we are in autumn right now, or at least so, you know, maybe for some, so if you're experiencing autumn right now, then I feel like this reading is like, you know, this is something you're currently going through. But, you know, if you live somewhere else in the world where it's not autumn yet, then I feel like there is something that you can expect in the autumn season when you experience that, or when, you know, it's time for you to experience that. I feel like either right now you're releasing something or you will be releasing something. But I feel like it definitely could be like releasing, you know, old thought patterns or old behaviors. It's something I feel like that no longer, like, it's like something part of you, like a behavior or a thought, or like a mental, you know, like maybe like, you know, having a negative mindset. Like I feel like maybe you might be releasing that for a more positive one. Like I just feel like there's something internally that you're trying to change or release because you're seeing how it's not, you know, serving you moving forward, or it's not helping you to manifest the things that you want. So I feel like that's definitely a blessing in itself, because once you release whatever this is, that's how you were going to get this clarity on like, oh, I've been doing this wrong this whole time, or I've been thinking this way this whole time. Like maybe for some of you it could more like be like, you know, becoming more open-minded. Maybe you've been closed-minded for a long time, but that could have been, you know, something from your culture or your family. Like it's something where I feel like you're seeing things from a new set of eyes, or like a new perspective, or like how the bird, like a higher point of view. It's like you're seeing how in the past that might have worked out for you, but how it's like now or moving forward, it's not really going to be something that, you know, continues to work out for you. And that's why I feel like it's more of like an internal thing. But we are just going to get some tarot to see what else this might relate to, or what this could be talking about. Oh my goodness, we have the Wheel of Fortune. How beautiful. Wow. Okay, so I definitely just want to say a blessing for you is this definitely has to deal with fate, destiny, divine timing. This card also showed up in pile 1. So if you feel like this story definitely resonates for you, or even if you didn't feel like it, there's a synchronicity here between pile 1 and pile 2. So feel free to check that pile out if you haven't already, just because there might be some more information in there for you. But yeah, like I said, this was something that was fated. Something was fated to happen, or is going to be fated to happen. But also the Wheel of Fortune, this is, because it's in the upright, this is like good karma. So this is being able to receive opportunities, blessings, different things because of all the good stuff or all the good deeds you've done in the past. And so because you've done that in the past and you've decided to, you know, either stay optimistic, be of service to others, help others, you've stayed in like a pure light and you haven't had any ill intentions towards anybody else, or you haven't done anybody else wrong. You know what I mean? So it's like now, because of all of that, you're going to be receiving big time. And I feel like it's going to be like when you least expect it, or like it's just going to kind of like fall into place for you. I feel like whatever this is. So now I definitely want to clarify this and see. Let's see, what is this blessing? Ooh. Alrighty. So to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, we have the 5 of Ghosts, which is the 5 of Cups in traditional tarot, and then we have the Page of Imps in reverse, which is the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I definitely feel like, yeah, this Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Ghosts or the 5 of Cups, it represents grief, heartbreak, disappointment. It's just like a very I don't want to say depressing card, but that's just kind of what I'm picking up on, or like, I mean, that's kind of, you know, the energy behind it is going through some sort of loss, and, you know, not being able to let go from it. And that's what I mean, release the old and rest. There's something from the past. You've experienced some sort of heartbreak and disappointment, but now, like, you're not seeing, because technically in the traditional deck, it's a person who has 3 cups spilled in front of them, but they don't see the 2 cups that are still filled behind them. So it's like crying over spilled milk, or like crying over what happened instead of looking behind you and seeing what could still happen or be. So I feel like that's the thing, like you're still reminiscing or still just sitting in the grief. But once you get to the point of being able to heal from this and move past it or put it past you, once you release this, then that's when this blessing is going to come in. So it's, you know, Spirit didn't really clarify what exactly this blessing is, but it's definitely part of the blessing is being able to get over this grief and put it behind you. And I feel like, so with the Page of Imps in reverse, this is the Page of Wands, like I said. So this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you might have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your, as you know, your sign, or you could have those placements in your chart. If not you, then this could be somebody in or around your energy field, or this could have been, you know, the person that did you wrong. I almost said that done you wrong. So maybe, you know, this person did you wrong. But with the Page of Wands, I do feel like, you know, this is somebody who is immature, somebody who is childish, somebody, you know, this could also be kind of like, it's not exactly, you know, my player card, but I still am kind of picking up that this could have involved a third party situation, or, you know, somebody that wasn't really into a commitment or wasn't really wanting, you know, to take that step with you. But like I said, it doesn't have to just be that. It could also be somebody who's not really passionate or doesn't follow their passions. They're just kind of like I said, very childish or immature. So it's like they caused you to feel some sort of grief, heartbreak, disappointment, like it was just a loss. Like you had to take an L from this person or because of this person, whether they caused it or whether you were just kind of part of something, and then because of some action that they did, you still had an effect from it, you know? So I do feel like regardless, you know, fate and divine timing is at play with this situation. So even though it feels, you know, very heavy right now, it's not going to stay that way, I promise. And especially like once you're able to release and let this, you know, be something from your past and not carry it with you into the future or, you know, into tomorrow even, then that's really going to be when you're going to allow, like, open yourself up to receiving whatever your blessing is or your manifestation. I just want to take a look at the bottom of the deck real quick. Okay. Just gonna do one more quick shuffle, and then we're gonna get some advice for you or for this situation. Ooh, okay, so yeah, we have the advice is the Emperor. So this is a card, this is Aries, so you might be an Aries or you might have Aries in your chart, and like I said, there was a lot of fire energy down here as well. So I definitely feel like either you could be a fire sign or have fire in your chart, but again, if not you, then this could be the other person. But regardless, the Emperor is... So, it doesn't matter if you're male or female watching this, but the Emperor is more of a masculine energy, so don't take that the wrong way. Each person, whether you're male or female, each person has a masculine and a feminine side, and being able to balance those energies is really how you are able to become an Emperor or an Empress. But with the Emperor, this is more masculine energy, so this is relating to taking action. So like how the owl says, wise seeing, wise action. I feel like, you know, the divine or your guides is going to, part of the blessing is to help you gain that clarity or understanding of what action you do, you know, need to take, or action that you are guided to take. And I feel like once you receive that download or that wisdom, then you're going to be able to take action without like any hesitation. But with the Emperor, this is also making me feel like something involving this situation could have involved a father figure. You might be a father yourself. You know, you might be a dad and, you know, have kids, and this could be something surrounding that, or, you know, this could be surrounding your own father. If not, this could also just be an authority figure, like a boss, a supervisor, you know, somebody that has a little bit of a higher position than you or ranking. But the Emperor is also relating to like your foundation, your stability, your like 3D, like, you know, your empire. So I do feel like part of the advice or part of the, you know, blessing that's coming for you is to continue to work on your stability and your foundation, to continue to stay in this like, in this energy of ready to take charge, or like, you know, like looking for information to be able to use to take charge with or for, because especially like this could have, you know, something could have involved, you know, messing up where where your finances or something like that got messed up, and it's like now you're having to really sit in your power or really take charge. But I feel like regardless of this, whatever is happening, or like, you know, I feel like part of the wheel of fortune, like part of that wheel turning in your favor, is to be able to get you into this Emperor energy, of just, you know, being on top of the world and being on top of everything, and like controlling, you know, everything, or controlling your life in the way that you want to. Because I feel like right now a lot of things, you know, there might be a lot of people or different things influencing you, but I feel like you're going to be able to get the clarity you need to move forward, and once you take action, you're going to be sitting pretty or handsome on top of your throne. Okay, so that is what I'm feeling for you guys, pile 2. I hope this reading helped to provide some sort of insight or clarity for your situation. Please let me know in the comments if this was your story, or if something in this reading resonated for your story or for you. Thank you so much for joining me here in today's video. I hope you have a great rest of October and a great Halloween, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, take care. Hi, my lovely pile 3s. Welcome to the video and your pile. So for today, if you picked pile 3, you either picked this card or you picked this beautiful aquamarine crystal. So we are just going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're seeing this. Please also only take what resonates with your situation and leave the rest for whoever else may need to hear it. But with that said, let's get right in. Wow. Okay, pile 3. So you have the jack-o'-lantern and it says protection on here. So I feel like pile 3, you are very protected by the divine, by your spirit guides, by your ancestors. I feel like, you know, there's just, wow, I'm honestly stunned. You are protected. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever your goals are, whatever, you know, a connection or relationship, just your family, everything about, you know, like whatever you have going on in your life or you yourself, you are protected. You have nothing to worry about. And I feel like that low-key in itself is a blessing already. I mean, to be that protected, like, wow, that's beautiful. So let's get right into, I have an ancestor oracle deck here, and we're just going to see what other ancestor wisdom or messages are here for you relating to your blessing or manifestation. Yeah, I feel like I don't really have, normally like with the other piles, I had a little bit more to say with the Halloween oracle, but I'm just kind of stunned. I really just feel like, you know, I just keep wanting to say how protected you are and how that's such a blessing. Like you have nothing to worry about. Wow, so we have the Hermit and it says retreat and recharge. So yeah, this is definitely making me feel like the Hermit in traditional tarot. So I feel like, you know, what I'm getting from this pile 3 is I feel like you've been in hermit mode for a little bit, or you've been kind of in isolation for a little bit. So I don't feel like, you know, I feel like it's more like you've been choosing to keep yourself, you know, away from others or, you know, the public or, you know, I just feel like you've been kind of isolating yourself. But if that doesn't resonate for you, I also just feel like spirit, your ancestors, your spirit guides have been also keeping you in isolation or kind of keeping, like hiding you away a little bit. But I wouldn't see that in like a negative way or from a negative perspective. I just feel like, you know, sometimes spirit hides you or hides your value from people, or, you know, hides your worth, hides what you are capable of doing. Like I said, just hiding your value. But I feel like spirit has been doing that because there might be either people around you that, you know, don't see your value, or it's just in general, like right now they're trying to keep you in, like, I want to say isolation, but that doesn't have to be isolation. I just feel like, you know, not really hanging out with friends or family, or not, you know, like maybe you're a very social person, or normally you're a social person, but I feel like spirit has been kind of like keeping you tucked away. But like I said, I wouldn't see that also negatively, because maybe you're just working on a project or working on your goals, or maybe, you know, you're trying to heal from something and it's like you need that time away from others or other people's energy to be able to really focus on that. But I also feel like that's part of like the blessing as well, is like you have this time to be able to kind of do whatever you want to do, or to take care of whatever you need to. Okay, so just gonna get one more shuffle and then we will see what else or what other messages are here for your blessing or manifestation, or what else we need to know about it. Ooh, okay, so we have the Queen of Imps, which is also the Queen of Wands in traditional tarot. So for some of you guys, you might be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you might have a lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. If not you, this could be somebody that is or around your energy field, or that you're connecting to. But with the Queen of Wands, this is a very, you know, this is like, I want to say a wounded warrior, but not exactly. It's just, this is like, and this is also male or female. Just because it's a queen, it doesn't mean, you know, that you have to be a female watching this. It just means that this is like the energy that you're embodying when you see this, or if not you, another person. But with the Queen of Wands, this is, like I said, it's a wounded warrior, but it's just somebody who's been, you know, through several battles or multiple, just, you've been through so many things, but you're still sitting in your power. You're still sitting on your throne, like you've overcome everything that was thrown at you. The Queen of Wands is, you know, very powerful, very confident. It's also a very attractive or sexy person. So, you know, you might have a lot of people, like how this imp right here is trying to give the queen the flower. Like, you might have several people that have an eye on you, or that would, you know, love to take you out, or, you know, want to take you out, but haven't said anything to you. You could also, this is also like a very, this is like my Sailor Moon card, okay? Where like you can do it all, or like this could, you may be very mystic, or you may be into, you know, tarot, divination, astrology, things like that. But you may also have a cat, or the cat might be of significance for you. So I feel like, you know, part of this blessing is that you are able to sit in such a powerful energy, or that you are on top of like everything because of all that you've been through. And because of that, like how I said, like I feel like because of the Queen of Imps, it's like also somebody who's very passionate or follows their passions. So I do feel like group 3, I feel like you're my creative group, or I feel like you have some sort of like passion project, or just a project, a goal. Like you might be trying to start a YouTube channel, you might be trying to start your own business. Like I feel like there's something you're trying to do, but it requires you to kind of stay hidden, or like stay at home, or like in the office or something like that, where it's like, you know, if you're around other people, that's just going to cause you more distractions. So I feel like because you're in such a high vibe, or like high energy, and like you're trying to focus on your goals, I feel like that's why Spirit is protecting you, like keeping you tucked away, but also protecting you nonetheless. Or like this could also be whatever you're working on is protected, so it's like you don't have to worry about that. But let's see. I want to clarify this a little bit more. Tell me more about this Queen of Imps, please. Tell me more about this Queen of Imps, please. What is this blessing or manifestation for pile 3? Thank you. Okay, so for me, these two came out in limbo. Yeah, okay, so we have the Ace of Bats and the Knight of Bats. And so this is both, the bats are for swords in traditional tarot. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So yeah, I do feel like so since it's in limbo, I do kind of take this as like being neutral, or kind of like it could go either way. So take this how it resonates for you. So with the Ace of Swords, this is like clarity, insight, understanding, having an epiphany, receiving downloads. It's like, it's information that brings you some sort of clarity or understanding. But also with the Knight of Swords, this can also be, it's very impulsive energy, or very hasty, very like I need to take action now, like right now, like I'm gonna do it, like you do it without thinking. But this is both, like I said, how it's in limbo. So I feel like you're sitting in your power, but you're trying to stay neutral to different things, or like you're trying to stay neutral to some sort of action that you might be trying to take. It's like maybe you've received some sort of information, but you're still trying to process that information, or you're still trying to, you know, see how it fits with your situation, or how you can take that information and make it into something more. But I also feel like because of with the Knight of Bats being like trying to take impulsive action, like I feel like you might want to take impulsive action, but you probably have some sort of feeling, or like your intuition is trying to tell you like that may not be the best thing for you. So it's like I feel like you want to take action, but you're being kept in hermit mode, or you're being kept hidden, because like there's still more information or more clarity that you're needing to get. And so I feel like that's also kind of why you're being like tucked away, or not really tucked away. I keep saying that just because like that's the, you know, like the best way that I can say, but I just feel like you're in your own corner, like doing your own thing, but there's still something that you want to take impulsive action on, but it's like you're still trying to kind of get some more information. And that might be the thing too, is like maybe you're trying to take impulsive action because you feel like if you don't take action then you're gonna miss out on it. But it's like, I feel like, you know, I feel like what you need to know is that this is confirmation that you and whatever you're working on is protected. So it's going to work out for you in your favor regardless. But I do just want to get some advice for you. Regarding your situation and what this is. And also, I feel like, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but part of this blessing too is if you're not already in this Queen of Wands energy of, you know, feeling confident, powerful, having, you know, or feeling attractive and, you know, being on top of your game, then I feel like that could also be part of the blessing, is by you know, by staying to yourself and working on yourself, like self-care, self-love, taking care of you first. That's going to help you to, you know, once you work on your inner, or like on yourself, like your outer world reflects on that. So I feel like you're also just kind of staying, you know, at home or doing your own thing because you're working on yourself. Like I said, working on your goals and things like that. So that way you can also, like, when you pop out, you're gonna pop out. So regardless of being like at like in hermit mode or being out there and more social, you're still going to be protected regardless. And that's, like I said, for you or your passions or both, or your goals, I'm sorry. So let's see what advice we have for you. Ooh, okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So this is kind of tripping me up a little bit, because the advice, like, as soon as I saw this card, like, this card to me is like not working or taking a break, or, you know, feeling burnt out and needing to take a rest. So that could also be because it does say hermit, retreat and recharge. So I'm actually feeling like, you know, the advice is to take it easy, to relax some, or give yourself permission to relax, give yourself permission to, you know, have off days, or to plan fun adventures for yourself. Because I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is, you know, like it could be like not working at all, hardly working, not having motivation, or not putting in the effort, like I said, or it could just be like you're very burnt out. So I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, like I feel like the advice is to, if you haven't already been giving yourself that downtime, I feel like, you know, the blessing or the manifestation that's coming to you is being able to have some time to yourself, or some time to just not have to worry about school, work, your other responsibilities, your family, you know, like everything else going on. And that's why I feel like it's kind of like right now you're just being put in a spot to be able to actually think about, you know, the things that you need to think about, or to reflect, or to just, like I said, self-care, to take care of yourself and your needs, and, you know, putting your passions or goals, your work to the side, and that's going to be protected. Regardless, everything's protected, but I just feel like the advice is maybe right now, you know, you need to take it easy a little bit. And it's like, even because, like I said, it's like, you know, there's some sort of thing that you want to take impulsive action because you feel like you have, you know, the answer. But I feel like it's like, relax, take it easy, give yourself a little bit more time to, you know, allow more downloads or more information, more clarity and understanding to come in. So that way you'll know exactly the right time to take action. And also you'll probably know, because spirit or your spirit guides will give you that, you know, that nudge of like, okay, now's the time, or now would be a good time to take action. So I wouldn't take that, you know, negatively. I would just say, you know, right now, part of your blessing is, you know, Spirit is clearing your path so that way you can just focus on yourself, so you can relax, so you can have some downtime. And so most of all, you can really take care of yourself. And what maybe, you know, maybe you've been wanting to dye your hair, cut your hair, paint your nails, get a tattoo, you know what I mean? Like something, whatever is helps you recharge is what I want to say, or what I'm trying to get at. Whatever helps you recharge, I feel like Spirit is clearing the path for you so that way you can have that time and still remain in this Queen of Wands energy, or in that powerful energy, okay? So thank you so much for joining me here in today's video, Pile 3. I hope something in this reading was healing or did bring some sort of insight or clarity for you. Please let me know in the comments what resonated for you and if this was your story. I hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I hope you have a great rest of your October, and especially a great Halloween. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, take care.